Health Minister Dr. Zaliha Mustafa tabled the revised Control of Smoking Products for Public Health Bill 2023 for its first reading in the Dewan Rakyat this afternoon, without the Generational Endgame or GEG component. It was among the notable revisions to the bill, which initially sought to prohibit individuals born from 2007 onwards from smoking or purchasing smoking products. Instead, Clause 13 sub 1 of the revised bill now prohibits the sale of any tobacco, smoking substance or substitute tobacco product, as well as the provision of any services for smoking to individuals under the age of 18. For the first offence, individuals contravening this clause may face a fine of up to 20,000 ringgit, jailed up to 1 year or both. Corporate entities facing the same contravention may be fined up to 100,000 ringgit, imprisoned for up to 2 years or both. Additionally, Clause 13 sub 3 and Clause 17 sub 1 of the bill state that minors are banned from buying or using tobacco products, smoking substances or substitute tobacco products. According to Zaliha, the GEG component was dropped solely due to the argument that the proposed ban was unconstitutional and there was a need to accelerate the passing of the bill in the meantime to ensure tighter control of tobacco products, particularly vapes. She declined to give a timeline as to when the GEG might be revisited. The bill will be tabled for the second reading tomorrow. The development sent shares of British American Tobacco Malaysia jumping as much as 4.79% to an intraday high of 9 ringgit 40 sen. It had some gains to end the day at 9 ringgit 35 sen, still up 4.24%, emerging as the top 3 gainers on Bursa Malaysia. Analysts advised UMW Holdings minority shareholders to accept the mandatory general offer of 5 ringgit per share from Sime Darby, even as they raise their earnings forecasts for UMW, which reported 9-month FY 2023 results that exceeded expectations. MIDF Investments Bank raised its earnings forecast for UMW by 22.7% for FY 2023 and maintained its buy call with a target price of 4.86 ringgit apiece. It said Sime Darby's offer is a good opportunity for UMW's minorities to exit at the peak of the auto demand cycle. Meanwhile, Hong Leong Investment Bank, which kept its hold call on UMW and target price of 5 ringgit, lifted its earnings estimates by 15 to 17.6% for FY 2023 to 2025. It said it is overall positive on Sime Darby's offer price and advised shareholders to accept the offer, which is higher than its existing sum of parts valuation of 3 ringgit 85 sen. TA Securities Holdings, meanwhile, tweaked its earnings forecasts for FY 2023 to 2025 upward by 4.6% to 15.17%. It said its 5 ringgit target price for UMW is benchmarked to Sime Darby's offer price and advised shareholders to accept it. UMW's share price was unchanged at 4 ringgit 90 sen at the close, giving it a market capitalization of 5.72 billion ringgit. Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi said mobile network operators and DNB have yet to sign a share subscription agreement or SSA, as a few details related to the agreement still need to be ironed out. The minister said he met with the Telcos last Friday and that there were 1 or 2 final questions to address. He said a draft of the SSA was shared with them yesterday and the parties are finalising 1 or 2 details today. Fahmi did not elaborate on what the details are, but noted that he hopes for the agreement to be inked very, very soon. On November 17th, Fahmi reportedly said that the DNB SSA was to be signed by Telcos within a week. Touching on the second entity under Malaysia's dual wholesale network model, Fahmi reiterated that its formation will be announced by the government once DNB's current network reaches 80% coverage of populated areas. As at end October, the 5G network's coverage stood at 73%. Petronas Chemicals Group or Petchem booked a 77.6% fall in third quarter FY 2023 net profit to 424 million ringgit as unfavourable product spreads and energy costs dented earnings. Quarterly revenue slipped 3.53% to 6.78 billion ringgit amid lower product prices and sales volume, though this was partially offset by revenue contribution from Petchem. Petchem's MD and CEO Muhammad Yusri Muhammad Yusof said the group undertook scheduled plant turnaround at its ammonia plant in Kerteh Terengganu and a planned shutdown at its fertilizer plant in Bintulu, Sarawak. It also faced an unscheduled shutdown at its methanol plant in Labuan and its MTBE and PDH plants in Gebeng Pahang. These activities have since been completed and the group is now operating normally at above 85% utilization. On the market side, he said there was slight demand recovery in several chemicals, but overall margins are still compressed. At the close, Petchem's share price was 0.14% lower at 7 ringgit 8 sen. At this price, the group was valued at 56.64 billion ringgit. Leong Hup International saw its third quarter FY 2023 net profit surge by 97.5% to 132.96 million ringgit on better margins from higher selling prices of day-old chicks and eggs. Quarterly revenue increased by 6.6% to 2.52 billion ringgit on higher selling prices and sales volume of broiler, fresh and dressed chickens, day-old chicks and eggs. It declared an interim dividend of 1.2 cent per share. In a Bursa Malaysia filing, Leong Hup said the strong regional economies provided a good backdrop for higher consumption of its products as the group continues to grow. The easing of feed input costs, particularly corn and soybean meal, is providing relief to the industry. Barring unforeseen circumstances, the group expects its FY 2023 performance to be significantly better than the prior year. Leong Hup shares closed down 0.72% to 69 cents today for a market capitalization of 2.52 billion ringgit.